Well, hello, this is Gmodism, total nerdy channel, and we are doing a Zeppelin or, well, Airship tutorial with not using any hoverballs, and this will be a regular Wiremod. Wiremod is actually all you need for this tutorial, and Garry's mod. So we found this little convenient helipad, and well, if you don't have weight tool, you should get it. Otherwise, you can just use lighter props, basically, or weigh up the balloons afterwards, but we come to that soon. Okay, so we are making a simple airship, and the main boat of our airship will actually be this nice little bathtub. Then we'll go to General. No, wrong, Specialized. And we'll do a little balloon thing. The balloon thing we'll do with two of these and a convenient tube. That's too big. We need them to fit. Do this fit? Oh, I thought they wouldn't. They do. My bad. These two. These props doesn't matter. It's just for the looks. Like that. And then we have this one. And then we have this one. Now we take the no collide tool. This is a spherical menu. You can find them on the, well, yeah, mod download if you want it. Well, no collide these things to each other here. So we can align them up. And also, if you want to steady things up, you can use Shift and E, and then you move around Fuscan with your mouse, so that you'll get them steady and nice. You can also download Fuscan build mode, and it will basically keep the props straight for you. But yeah, I want to activate it this time, so you see some vanilla regular Garry's mod building for those new in the game you might want to start with. Not all the mods. Alright, now we take the welding tool, weld these to that one. And of course, we're not going to use all welds, because well, the airship should absolutely have some ropes. So what we do is we go into the menu and we get a rope tool. Uncheck rigid, and the width, force limit, and add length should both be 0. And then we just approximate where we want the ropes to be. It will basically hang from this thing here. And of course it will swing quite much back and forth, so we are doing these little cross things too. Oh yeah, and there. That should be enough. It may actually be a little bit unsteady in the sides, so we'll add another one of these crosses here. We make them there and one there. Oh, that's wrong. There, no. Work with me, like that. Okay, now it's more rigid. And now this will be without ball sockets, which is the cool part. Also, the materials of these look ugly, so I just need to change them, if you would excuse me. Alright, I just threw on some cool materials. Now what you will go is you actually go to entities, because this is not a regular tool. No, this is it's a missile radar that won't on. Forget that. Wiremod. Here, entities, Wiremod, and then we have balloon deployer. And this is what we want. We want a balloon deployer. Now take your no collide tool and right click on this one so it won't collide with anything. Then we'll install this one inside of here, in the middle. and then we will weld it to the middle section here. And now this is 50 and those ends are 100. We'll actually make the ends 1, and well, this can be 50, it doesn't matter. However, bathtub should not be so heavy, so we take our weight tool and we change it to maybe 200. But if you don't want to do that, you can use a lighter prop or just make the balloons very much stronger. That also works. Okay, now we'll start spawning some wire stuff. The natural thing you begin with is spawn a pod controller, as for every vehicle you build. Select any model you want. Now, I have all my favorites here that I use often, but you find them here in the menu, or you can search for them. Anyways, we'll now have a button. Or no, actually, we're going to do this with a cool lever instead. So we'll just do it like this. The minimum value will be, I don't know, maybe 50. And the max value will be, I don't know, 200 maybe? We'll probably need to change that later on. Or we'll just spawn it on the ground and weld it later. We could also do. And then we weld only the bottom part here. We will need to have a constant value with, well, we only have one value and we have it to value 1. So it's always puts out the value 1. And we'll freeze this little thing here. Oops. And spawn our constant value on the side here. And it wasn't visible. Okay, now it's visible. We go in here and we take deploy and we weld it to this one. And now we created script errors. Okay. How about making, first we take a weld and add it to that one. Okay, so, and now we will wire the wire. I want my wiring tool. Here we have it. And we take this one and we wire deploy to the constant value of 1. Now we'll see we have a welded, deployed little balloon here. Thing with force is that we can now unfreeze this whole contraption and hover this up in the ground. And if we drag this to more force, basically max, I think it might be too weak. Okay, and we need to put in some more values, some other values. The minimum value should instead be 300, and the maximum value should be maybe 7,000. The last values you will set will probably be at when you're basically done, because, well, then you know how heavy it will be and you can decide exactly how strong the counterweight will be. But now you can see it's rather heavy, but not too heavy. Oops. We try to get in here. And we can now change this lever here and it will decide how much force we have to float with. But well, that's the basic. We will now add some movement systems so we can get around. Oops. And just like that. But wait, we will actually want to be able to maneuver this from inside. So you see this base plate here, you need to be able to see it so that you can click reload on it so we can move it. And then we'll of course install this little lever in the front of this. So we'll easy to see it and control it. And weld the base to that one. And that should be all good. Now, go to your wiring tool. Here are low buttons. and click on the pod controller to wire it back to itself and click active, so that when you're in, the share will connect up. It will always be allowing buttons. Now right click on the pod controller and the seat you wish to use. Now if we put the seat here in a nice position and just weld it, I should also collide it by right clicking. Very convenient. Now when I press mouse 1 I can control it, but for some reason it only really works in the base, so if I look down here I can control it. I don't know why, it just works that way. Anyways, with mouse 1, it's not E as you usually control buttons, it's a bit weird. Anyways, now we will make ourselves be able to ride around, and as we are in the air we really need quite weak thrusters, otherwise it will get freaked out. And we use the sound of the I don't know, dropship. And we'll have this little thruster here, it will be good. Force multiplier, force maximum, we have them quite low, only a couple of hundred like this. Yeah, something like that. Overwater effect, we absolutely want to have flames, cool. Like that. Now we have an engine. So if you wanted to be able to ride backwards, we need to set up some more wiring, but for this we will only make it go forward. W. And now we should weld this to that one. This is a bit too strong. So you need really weak thrusters for this. Really weak. Force multiplier, how about 20? Maximum 20, somewhere around there. And if we go in here, yeah, that's nice. We of course want some turning, and oh, you know, these end parts, no collide to everything by right clicking them, and you will have less lag. Now you might want to steer this thing. Then you will need to go into wire and thrusters, and we have equally weak ones. We don't need any sounds for that, and actually this will be so small that they have less weight, that's why they're weaker, so we'll increase it to 100 in strength, and I think that will be good. Now there is the lazy solution and the wire solution. You can wire up some more gates to, well, not need to do so much wiring, and today we are going to do the lazy solution. Add 2 thrusters and each of them will steer in different directions. This one, push forward, will be naturally on the A key. This one, push forward, will be naturally on the D key. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, right. Let's see, script errors, that's fun. Now we can turn. Alright, this is basically a simple wire non-hoverable airship. And it's rather cool, it's very fun to ride around with. Oh no, no, I pressed E. Remember that you usually use levers with E, but not here. You use mouse 1, like that. Then you can fly around in your airship. So, you see our main engine, it's quite a heavy. It's actually a very heavy, or not very heavy, it's quite heavy. So it will be much stronger than the small thrusters, that's why that has much less thrust. much less thrust, because that's how thrusters works. They basically multiply the prop weight to get its force. But enough of that. Now you can go and create your own airships with only Wiremod, regular Garry's mod, vanilla Garry's mod, and Wiremod, and maybe a weight tool if you want to make your life a bit more simple. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, you should check out my other tutorials and consider subscribing for future videos faster, as well as liking the video to support it. That's everything for this time. Gmodism Total Nerdy Channel officially out.